Eastview family, happy Friday to you. I really hope that you have had a great Thanksgiving week. Maybe you had the opportunity to celebrate yesterday. Maybe it's today or this weekend. You're able to gather. I just pray for a sense and a time and a space of rest and a time in which you can just experience gratitude. And maybe your heart has been racing in a lot of different ways, or maybe you've just been full of a lot of things, good things maybe in your life. Maybe this is a week in which we can step back and be reminded of what's important. And that's my prayer for you. So I hope that you've had a good week so far. And anyway, I know that we've been in John 17 and this priestly prayer, and it seems like Jesus is doing that similar thing, that just before he is journeying to the cross, he is praying and speaking life and truth through the form of a prayer over his people and his followers. And there's something in particular that jumps out for me today. I just want to take a moment on that. It's found in verse 15. Jesus is praying. He's praying over his followers, ultimately you and I. But he says this: I do not ask that you, as in God, take them out of the world, but that you keep them from the evil one. Some translations would say from evil, but most likely what Jesus is referring to is Satan, our adversary, the one that he's been referring to all the way through the book of John and pointing out that he's behind the scenes working. And so Jesus is particularly praying for a real enemy. And that's a reminder for us, is that we do face a real enemy. I know that's an interesting word these days, and in the context of world wars and conflicts and things of that nature, but spiritually there is an enemy that is prowling around looking to take us out, looking to distract us, looking to just turn that dial just a little bit so that we're not fully focused on him. The context here is that Judas is out betraying him as this is happening, as he's praying this prayer. So Jesus knows this personally, that there's a real enemy that is vying for our attention and trying to distract us. What's interesting too is Jesus isn't praying that he rescues us, takes us out of the troubles that we're in, or eliminates those like that, but more so that we remain steadfast, that we remain resolved to believe and focus and trust in him. And that might be something for you and I today. I wonder where we may be tempted, where we may be led astray ultimately by the evil one. And I wonder what it might look like for just that prayer, that we are kept from evil, that we are able to remain in him. It actually reminds me 1 Peter 5. And so I'll just read this as a prayer over us today. I'm reading from the Amplified Version. It says, be sober, well-balanced, self-disciplined. Be alert and cautious at all times. That enemy of yours, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, fiercely hungry, seeking someone to devour. But resist him. Be firm in your faith. Be firm in your faith against his attack, rooted, established, be immovable, knowing that the same experiences of suffering are being experienced by your brothers and sisters throughout the world. You do not suffer alone. A little bit later on, it almost is like a prayer to him, as in Jesus be dominion, power, authority, sovereignty forever and ever. So whatever you're facing today, whether it's a family time together or whether you're in the hustle and bustle of Black Friday, I don't know, but my prayer is that we will be reminded of who the real enemy is, that we will be encouraged to remain steadfast in him, that Jesus is praying that we are kept from the evil one, protected, comforted, encouraged to continue to remain steadfast. Pray that there's something good for you in this today. I encourage you to go back, read through that whole priestly prayer in a way that you're able to receive the facts that Jesus loves and cares for you and I today. Guys, thanks so much. Have a great Friday.